Well, good morning. Happy Sunday morning, everybody. Welcome to the program, Such As It Is. This is the morning, and I forgot to turn on one of my lights. Hold on, let me get that. Boom. Light. Let there be light over there. That's for that nice background light over there, illuminating those things. And I'm having my coffee. Do you have your coffee? I hope so. And I say cheers. Take a swig. Here we go. Good morning to those of you who are already in the chat room. I see Josh Kemp. Good to see you over there, brother. And Scott Ellen. Good to see you too, brother. And Sherry Emily Avery. Good morning, she says. Scotty and Raini. Raini is not here right now. She was here a minute ago. She's not dressed yet. Some of us would be just fine with that. But she's got, hair sticking up and one eye shut still and still in her jammies. Uh, so I'm fine with it, but I think she would like to look better before she comes in. So she might make it in. And I did get chided already, though. As you know, I quit smoking about a year ago, August. I had quit completely, just stopped. And then while she was in Alaska a few months ago, I picked one up and I said, I was having a stressful day or something. And I said, I'm just going to have a smoke because I had a pack sitting out there. And every now and then I had a pack from a year ago that I would grab one out of and I'd smoke it. And so I go out to the garage. I don't smoke in the garage. I smoke out the side door. And I'll either stand in the door frame and smoke to the outside, or I have a little garden implement there with a sunflower on it made out of metal. And I usually wedge my cigarette in there. And that's about 4 feet from the door. And I read stuff on my phone and my email and take a puff. And I was up there this morning, and now she said, you just you smoked in the garage. Everything smells like smoke now. All my stuff smells like smoke. I said, it doesn't smell like smoke in the garage. I'm not smoking. It sounds like a bar in there. And so I got chided. When I was smoking regularly, it was, I can't smoke in the house. And we all know that. I don't smoke in the house. Rainey and I, when we both smoked 20 years ago, we smoked in the house. But after she got pregnant, she quit right away with Flynn, who is now 15. So she quit 16 years ago smoking, and has had one cigarette, I think, since. So I moved it out of the house, smoke in the garage. Then it was, can't smoke in the garage. It gets the garage stuff smelling like smoke. And then it's, you got to step outside. So I stepped outside. And well, now you're too close to the house. The house smells like smoke because you smoke 5 feet outside the door of the garage. And then it was, you got to smoke at the end of the driveway. I said, I'm not walking to the end of the driveway to have a smoke. And you know, it was just extreme, not extremisms, gradualisms along the way. And so when I picked it up again about 4 months ago, and I'm not picking it up, like I'm not back to the pack and a half a day. I smoke about 4 cigarettes a day in full, because I'll smoke a halfie, then I'll go out later, smoke the rest of the halfie, and I'll do that few times a day. And I shouldn't smoke at all. We all know that. Blah, blah, blah. We're past that now. We don't need to talk about that. But that's the extent of my habit, and I'm getting chided again because I'm too close to the house, too close to the garage. But her friend comes over and has a smoke, and she'll sit right there with Rainey at the end of the garage with the garage door open or wherever, and which is what I do. There you go. Married life. There it is, folks. Don't ever get married. No, I'm kidding. That's a joke. So marriage life is fine. As a matter of fact, I am here to report some wonderful things my wife did for me yesterday. It was, as many of you know, my 64th birthday yesterday. By the way, thank you, Delaney Pearl Jones. They're starting to look better. It's the this eye is a lazy eye now, because the stitch apparently did not take, or somewhere along the way, the stitches here came out and my eye sags. So, which is what the surgery was supposed to do, pull my eyelids a bit back off of my eyes after my cataract surgery. And so I'm going to have to go in sometime in the next couple of months and have this eye redone. And otherwise, you know, it's basically this one sags. And I look in the mirror and I look at my eyes and I think I look 10 years older than I did 3 months ago. So, but that's just me. You know, we're all our worst critics. And Audrey, you're in the chat room. Good morning. So Sherry Emily Avery says, it's on your body, so it doesn't matter how far away from the house. Yeah, it is, but I don't smell like a sieve. That's the nice thing. I've got a little bit. I come in and I wash my hands and my face after I have a smoke. And you could say it's on my body and my clothes. I smell cologne right now. So I work. Let's say this. I work to take steps to make sure I don't smell like a smokestack. I will put my cigarette. I take a puff and then I'll go put it on the holder over there, which is 3 feet away from me, and it's outside, away from the house. So the only time I don't do that is if it's raining. And then I'll just stand in the doorway because there's a little overhang over the doorway. I just stand in the doorway. So I don't smell like a stack of smokes. I've even gone in and I asked people, do I smell like smoke? No, no. Yeah, it's a weak muscle from the after the cataract surgery. They say the muscles can weaken in here, so they pull the muscles back a little bit and they stitch the eyelids up. And I said, I don't want to do that if it looks like I've had like cosmetic surgery or something. I said, I don't need that. And he said, no, it's totally different. But this one, the stitches broke. So my eyes look stupid right now. So I got to get it fixed. Pearl Jones says, your Tarot TikTok videos are great. Thank you, folks. If you want to go over, and I've been lax the last few days. I haven't done a reading, I think, since Wednesday. But I generally do a daily reading over my TikTok, and it's just under my name, Scotty Roberts. You can go find it. And TikTok.com/Scotty Roberts, I believe, is the complete URL. And you can see I do a tarot reading every day. And sometimes we do 1 card, sometimes we do 2 cards, sometimes we do 3 cards. And we might do some this morning, depending on what my mood is and how I feel about doing readings. I got to be right in the mode. So the last few days have been super busy, and so I haven't been able to get over there and do the morning readings. And I generally put them up about mid-morning and for the day. And so there it is. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. Sometimes I swear he's talking to me. You know, that's the thing. I used to have that. I'd have readings done, or I'd go to church sometimes and I'd feel like everybody's looking at me because they know he's talking to me. So I appreciate that. Thank you. And just as a reminder to people who get my readings or listen to them, that I'm not too, as my kids would say, oogie boogie about tarot. I am fairly practical, nuts and bolts. They are cards, and I pick them up and I read them and I say, this is what the card is saying today. And I'm kind of a nuts and bolts in that I believe that it's God, it's your angels, it's your spirit guides, it is the universe, however you want to look at that. I might have a particular religious belief or spiritual belief that dictates this is who I believe is delivering the messages. You might have a different one than I do. I don't get into that. I don't get into worrying about how you see who is guiding this. If you say it's Satan, I will disagree with you. I don't think it is. I've been reading cards for 40 years. I actually started almost 40 years. I started in 1986 reading cards. And the very first person I read was a good friend of mine, Mark Van Dalen. He was about 6-7 years younger than I am. And he was a kid in my youth group. And I was out of the youth group at that point because I was in a church and I was going through troubled marriage and a divorce and all that. And so I was out of the youth group. But I think it may have been at the time I said, now, don't tell anybody we're doing this today because it's taboo in our church. And I read him and I didn't know exactly what I was doing. So I had a Rider-Waite deck, which is the traditional old deck, and the book. And so I would lay out a 10-card spread by the diagram in the book. And I said, now let's read the cards. And I'd go through. And so when I shuffled, I said, I'm going to shuffle this for you. And let's see what it has to say for you, Mark. And so I read the cards, and I remember the day Mark was almost in tears. He says, that is so accurate to what's going on. And that was the first time I read them. And so I have ever since never attributed the message coming from the card from me. I'm not some kind of bold psychic that says, hey, this is a message from me. And I don't believe that. I say, this is a message from God, your angels, your spirit guides, the universe. I'm just the facilitator of the message by shuffling the deck, and it flows through me, and so on. And of course, I am personable. I used to preach. I was a preacher, and I used to talk a lot, and I still talk a lot because I got these shows. But the talking about this stuff comes with great ease for me. So it took me a long time to learn the cards. Yeah, Delaney, every reading I do, she says, freaks people out. Yeah, exactly. I need to have you do one for me sometime. I'll trade you. I'll do one for you. Sherry says, Rider Waite is the only deck I prefer, but I like that you have a variety of cards. Some are really amazing. The deck that I like to use, and Sherry, you must see my TikTok, obviously. So the deck I use is this one. And of course, TikTok, because you're filming on your phone, everything's in reverse. I haven't figured out yet if TikTok allows you a way to reverse that. I see an awful lot of reverse things on TikTok. So when I hold things like this up, it's all in reverse. So this is the deck I like to use. This is the Touchstone Tarot. This was done by Kat Black in New Zealand. And her cards are just gorgeous set of cards that she put together, this kind of thing. So those are some of her cards from that deck. And I have found that you can read the tarot. It depends on your intent as a reader. You can read them to be dark. Everything's always dark. You can read them to be happy. Everything's always happy, but watch out for this. I tend to just like to read them at face value. And by the way, I have my Touchstone Tarot deck that I've used for years. Was the original one I got from her. It's a smaller deck, and this was a cut from the press sheets for me. I had bought a deck from her, and it was stolen at the Queen Mary. From the Queen Mary, I had a room there during a Ghost Hunters event, and I was reading cards, and somebody stole all my stuff out of that conference room. And so my cards along with it. So I said to somebody, I hope they get good messages off of those cards. So I don't think that's the way that works. But Scott Allen said, I did a 3-card spread for myself the other night regarding looking for a new job. I got the Hanged Man up and the Magician upside down, the 3 of Wands upside down. I would tell you right now, just on the very basic of that, the Hangman is up. You're in stasis. You're holding still. You can't make a decision. Things aren't moving forward. You're kind of hung up. And in the old decks, you see he's hung upside down and there's money falling out of his pockets. So he's losing ground, losing his ability to earn, to sustain his material well-being, at least the way he's always known it. And the idea there is let it do its work. Don't get out of it early. It'll happen. It'll come and the time will be right and the bond will break and you'll drop to the ground. The Magician upside down. The Magician is, I don't read strict reversals because I think the cards have both a positive and a negative in them. But sometimes I will. It all depends. I had a reading I did on TikTok the other day where I drew 3 cards and they were all in the reverse. So I thought, well, maybe I should read the reversal on these. And so the Magician just says you have the ability to harness the magic and the elements around you and make them work to create the metaphoric spell that performs the magic that you need to have done for yourself. And the Hanged Man in reverse, it's not the exact opposite of that, but it says watch out for trickery as opposed to the real magic of the universe. Beware of that. There might be things come along, or you might be doing things that say, I think I'm doing the right thing and I'm pulling the elements, but really you're doing a sleight of hand as opposed to real magic. And it's just to beware of how you approach being the magician. And then the Three of Wands upside down. The Three of Wands is trying to place it in my head. Three of Wands is, God, what's happening in the Three of Wands? Is that where he's standing at the harbor? And it says that the Three of Wands says that your ship has come in. You're going places. Things are happening. In the reverse, it's kind of like, but it's slowed down a bit. It's coming, but it's like you've missed the ship. Your ship has come in, but you've missed it. And so you've got to sit down and wait for a while. It's coming, but you're there on the wharf to catch your boat. The boat took off without you, or you missed it. And so now you got to sit on the wharf for the next ship to come. So that's kind of how that is. And so that's a good reading that you had. It's just telling me you're feeling hung up. It's going to be a little bit of time, but it's coming. Just don't do the wrong things. Don't pull the wrong elements out. Don't rush it. Sometimes we get in a rush in the middle of all this stuff. So there it is. Good reading, Scott. That's what I would see in those three cards. Scott says, I interpret it as be prepared for tough times as I transition to a new experience. Yeah, there's some of that. There's some of that. I have always heard somebody said early on the Three of Wands as an indicator of the near future is kind of a 2-week thing on there. 2 weeks. It's out a little ways. It's not where you want it to be. Think of how people caught ships back 400 years ago. If you're going to the wharf to catch your ship and you miss it, it could be a month before you see another ship going that way. And you got to wait. So there it is. So yeah, be prepared. There's some tough times coming, but it's not insurmountable. It's going to end. It's going to be temporary. Is the idea. And temporary could be 2 days. It could be 2 months. So there you go. Where's Clancy Brown? Says think simply. I don't see him. Nice to see you. I don't know if you're talking to me, Scott, or Scott Allen. When you say nice to see you, Scott. Sherry says, oh, thank you, Sherry. Sometimes reverse is good. Sometimes all reversal is just beware of this. Be careful as you do this. So lack of progress. There you go. That's a good way to put it. So delayed. Yes. So where's Clancy Brown? I'm not sure. I know who Clancy Brown is. I know talking about Clancy. I'm not sure what you're referencing. Your humor on that is singular this morning until I'm going to be dense. You got to explain it to me what you mean by that this morning. So I was just going to take my cards for a second and just say, if I were to do and then I saw what Scott said, I was going to say, when doing cards, it's as simple as I'm putting out energy. I'll sometimes just take a moment to clear myself. I always had this thing and this started for me 25 years, 30 years ago, and I would feel it right here. It's like that invisible metaphoric third eye opening, and I would be like, I want to clear myself of all the stuff, bickering with my wife over smoking, my kids, my whatever, my money, see clearly. And I would clear myself, and I'd wait, and I'd say, okay, I need you to guide me today, you, universe, God. And I would wait, and I'd feel pressure right here. And a slight, real mild pressure. And I go, okay, that's it. We got it. And then we'd go. And I'd shuffle and say, tell me what you want me to know today. And that's what I'm going to say right now. What do you want us to know? If I shuffled this right now and I said, what do we need to know? What's going on today? What's going on in politics, government, current events, the world? Something that can apply. You can't do one reading and it applies for everybody. But if I were to shuffle this right now, And this is the way I shuffle my cards. I shuffle 3 times, and then I do the stacking shuffle thing, which I'm not good at shuffling anyway. I spill cards all over the place, and I grab the cards and I do this. Well, there, I just shuffled 50 cards and 50 cards. Well, you can't do it. There's only 78. So right now, then I take it, I set it down, and I cut the deck, and I pull the first card off the top, which is the King of Wands for today. What's the King of Wands? The King of Wands is that suit that pertains to your emotional investment in life. It's the things that make you happy, the things that make you go. Wands doesn't represent bad things. It represents your personal, emotional, passionate energy in something. Not so much about love and relationships. That's more in the cups. This is more about your personal stuff. It's and I've said it 100 times. The wands are the cards that have you looking in the mirror saying, "God damn, it's great to be alive today. I'm gonna go get this today." And the King of Wands is somebody who is on the top of the heap in that suit. He's the king. He's the highest ranking card in that suit. He's the king, and the wands represent creativity. It represents in Cat Black's deck here from New Zealand. I've said this before too. She has red in all of her wands cards, and the red represents fire. It's fire. It's zeal. It's exuberance. It's energy. It's all those amazing things that make you creative. And creative doesn't necessarily mean you do like I do and you draw pictures for a living. Your creativity, it can be applied to a whole hell of a lot of things in life. How do you approach scrubbing something off the kitchen floor, that was spilled and wasn't wiped up? And you look at it and you go, I have a creative solution for this. Now that's dumbing it down a bit, but that's the idea. Creativity can apply to your job, to your the way you approach your material well-being. It can apply to your relationship, but it's all about your personal creative investment in something. And the king is the one that says he's knowledgeable. He's got the wisdom. He's got the experience. He's a good king. Many times this card, the royal face cards, can represent specific people in our lives that are a male or a female, king or queen. That does not mean, however, that if you are a female, that the king card cannot apply to you. So many times it represents somebody else in our sphere of influence, or it represents us. And this card is just saying there's either somebody out there that's like a benefactor to you, or that's helping. It's like a father, an uncle, a boss, a grandfather, a brother, a whatever, a male figure. It could be that you, if you're female or even a male, it could be that this card's representing elements that are attributes of yourself. So all of that is kind of explanation for this card. This card is saying today, and by the way, tarot is pretty much a snapshot of right now. We could do another reading later in the day or tomorrow morning. It could be totally different. This is where you are today. This is saying you're the king of creativity in your life. You're the one who has the ability to be the one who's got the intelligence to make things work the way they're supposed to work. So, yes, by the way, the King of Wands is the card that Cat Black, when she found out my deck was stolen back in 2009, that's how long ago that was. Seems recent. I was with Jason and Grant and the Ghost Hunters, and we were doing a big event at the Queen Mary. And it seems recenter in my memory, but that was, what is it? That's 16 years ago. Jeez. And I told her, I asked her if she had another deck available, and she said, I'm all sold out of those. She said, but I've got a press sheet. That's the uncut press sheet that came off the printing press. She said, I'll get you a deck. And she sent me a deck for free because my deck was stolen. So I love this deck. But this was the card. She sent me one of these and signed it on the backside as an extra card. That's what she saw as my significator, if you will, that the King of Wands was me. So I thought that was pretty cool. And so this is a good card. It's a good card, but it's a card that requires you to be this person. None of these things, like I say, always said about anything, business, relationship, ideas are worth diddly squat unless you put feet to your ideas. Action, make things happen. So this today, look for circumstances and instances today where you're going to have to play the role of this king and put in your intelligence, put in your know-how, and use your creativity to make things go. And it's a positive card. So have fun with it today. That's the kind of thing that I say is, those aren't messages from me. I just interpret. I am the facilitator of the message that was drawn out of the deck. So, yes, it can apply to a queen. So, Sherry. So there it is. That's a simple reading for today. Now, what I wanted to tell you all too, you see, when I raise my coffee here, I go, oh, what's that dirt on my arm? Whatever could that be? Now, as you all know, I've taken up tattooing for the last year. I've been practicing. I've just started to do people. I'm not licensed and don't have a shop yet, which I have to do legally to do it in this state. So if I do it, it's like on the sly, but I need to practice on human skin. And I don't want to go be somebody's apprentice at my age. I'm not going to go an apprentice and work and sweep floors and clean things. I want to learn my craft, this new craft I'm doing. I'm an illustrator, so I've brought that now to this new craft, if you will. And so yesterday was my birthday, and Rainey said, you don't have a tattoo yet. Maybe we need to go. She's been asking me for a week, almost 2 weeks. She just see me. She walked by me in the house. She'll go, what's your tattoo and who's going to do it? I said, I don't know yet. I haven't thought about it yet. And I didn't want to just tattoo myself. I wanted to see a professional tattoo me. Thank you, Think Simply. I don't know who Think Simply is. I probably talked to you a million times, or you're new. I don't know which. Think Simply is not connecting with a person. You don't have to say so if it's a pseudonym. You don't want anybody to know who you are. But you can just let me know. Do I know you or not? Have you been here before? And my old man brain is squirreling it away. So yesterday, Rainey finally said, first of all, the kids and Rainey, of course, had to be in on this. I'm a big Star Trek fan. I grew up on the original. I like almost everything Star Trek. And my present yesterday that my little girl, my 10-year-old, delivered to me was 6 different vintage meaning they're old, Star Trek Christmas tree ornaments. All these different ships from, they had one of the newer Enterprises, which is vintage only in the sense it's probably 10 years old. I've got one of the original Enterprises in a box that I got at a garage sale of all places. I bought it for like $10. Vintage of the Enterprise, but done up more like you would see it in Strange New Worlds, the new series. A little more modernized, updated, and so on. But yes, I'm a Trekkie, and have been for forever, since I was a little kid. Captain Kirk was my hero growing up. And so I got all these ships, from the big, from a Klingon bird of prey to a Romulan warship to the shuttlecraft Galileo, to 2 or 3 different versions of the Enterprise from the different series. Oh, and one of them's Voyager. I got the Voyager. And then the Enterprise D, make it so. Engage. Picard's Enterprise, and then one of the Enterprise from, I don't remember. Oh, First Contact. The Enterprise E. Is that what was in First Contact? That movie with the Next Generation crew. So I got all of those. That was cool. Then Rainey said, I just checked it out. And she said, get your shoes on. We're going to get your tattoo. What do you want tattooed? And I said, I don't know what I want tattooed. I figure now I'm tattooing people, I'll do whatever they want me to do. I will tell you this. I will refuse to do stupid tattoos. I won't tattoo people's faces. I won't tattoo boobs. There's certain things where I'm going to say, if you want to get your boob tattooed, go somewhere that wants to do that. It's not that I don't like touching boobs for 2 hours. It's that I personally think that's a horrible place to put a tattoo. Now, that's not my choice. But my choice would be, I'm not going to do that for you because I don't think that's a cool place to put a tattoo. My wife has absolutely magnificent, gorgeous boobs. I will say that without being prurient in nature about it. They're amazing. And but I asked her once, I said, would you ever tattoo those? Put a tattoo on your? She said, absolutely not. I don't think she'll even do here. So she stays away from that. Boobs are sacred ground. So are faces. I don't want to tattoo somebody's face. If you want to get that done, go somewhere else. I won't do it because I don't think you should. The face is the first thing you put out to the public. And I wouldn't want to put a tattoo on somebody's face for fear that they down the road are going to go, oh, shit, I should never put a tattoo on my face. I will aid you in that by just not doing it. I'll do a neck tattoo maybe or something like that. I think tattoos that mar your personal appearance, the face you put forward, are something I won't do. I won't say they're wrong. It's wrong for me, so I won't do it. Arms, legs, buttocks, thighs, inner thighs, ankles, rib cages, hips, things like that, I'm fine with. I did a tattoo for my 24-year-old son right here, as you all know, on his chest. That was the first tattoo I ever did a couple of months ago on real skin. And it was just a phrase that he wanted put on there. So I did that for him. It's going to need touch up. It was my first on human skin. So I'll do them almost anywhere, but there are some sacred areas for me. It's personal preference. There's a million tattoo artists out there. Go find someone who will tattoo your boob if you want your boob tattooed. Not me. That's holy ground. So that's what I'm doing so far. Well, anyway, kill on his inner lip. I would think inner lip, you'd have to be a special kind of tattoo artist to do. I would send somebody to do an inner lip type of thing. I'm not going to do that. It's maybe 20 years down the road. Should I live so long and I'm still tattooing? I go, yeah, I could do inner lips. I don't want to do the weird stuff. I'm not going to tattoo somebody's eyeball. You can go get your eyeball tattooed. I'm not going to do that. So there you go. Talk about boobs and up pops an ad, says Randall Flagg. How appropriate. So, let's see. It's a very nice tattoo and a great birthday present. Oh, thank you. You saw the pictures. Here, I've got it. I was holding up. My plan was to go, good morning, welcome to the show, folks. Oh, what's that on my arm? And so I started that, but this is Rainey took me yesterday to have this tattoo done. Now it's upside down when I do this. So I've got to stand up here to show you what this thing looks like. So there it is. This was the original. It's an original pencil sketch. I'm trying to hold still. I got to center it. An original pencil sketch of Tam O'Hare from my first book, illustrated kids book, The Rollicking Adventures of Tam O'Hare. And so I went in expecting that this was going to be more colorful when I came out. But what this guy did, and I looked at his stuff online, and we went in, we were walk-ins, so we took who was available. And he said he had 21 years of experience. I went and looked at his site afterward, his personal Instagram, and he uses kind of an old style of tattooing. And his colors are all his tattoos seem to be very subtle. So he said, my philosophy is let's go subtle with the color. And he said, this has got goo on it because it was just yesterday, a little bit of stuff on it for healing. And he said, I'm gonna go light. If you want to come back another time, no charge. I'll darken up the colors, whatever we want to do, see how it turns out. It's still all red from having needles running in and out of your arm for 2 hours. So and by the way, on that, I know some people get worried about I don't know if I could send her to those needles. I really didn't feel it. Nothing hurt at all. And there was only a couple of spots where there was something he was doing up in here where it hit a nerve or something, and I could feel it like almost like hitting your funny bone down in my fingers, these two fingers. And I said, oh, I felt that. It didn't hurt. It was just a weird sensation. And you can feel the needle. And it wasn't a big deal for me. So who did your ink? It's a place called, and I had them up here, No Man's Land, something like the Rose for a No Man's Land. It was an interesting. Let's see if I can find it. I thought I had their site up here. Because I wanted to mention who did it. I don't see it right off. Hang on, I'll bet you I can tell you. And I can tell you the guy who did it. I'll even put in links, and you can go take a look at their work. I will say this: the guy who did my tattoo, I looked at his Instagram. I wouldn't have chosen him if I had looked at his Instagram ahead of time. I don't like his style. No offense to him at all. He's fantastic at what he does. But here it is. It's called Rose of No Man's Land. Rose of No Man's Land Tattoo. And this is their, it's Min Roses, MN for Minnesota. If I copy that, I'll just paste it in here so you can go look. Their site, I think, could use some work. But that's the tattoo company that tattooed my arm. And by the way, if you're listening over on the Instagram page or watching over there, you can come over to the YouTube page. That's where you're going to see the better chat room. You'll be able to interact with people. Instagram, you can't interact. You can just leave comments. You can interact over there, but somebody's got to comment back. It's not the main chat room, so come on over here if you want to see the main chat room. And my artist was a guy named Chris Lefebvre, Lefebvre, as in boy, V as in Victor, R-E. Lefebvre, something like that. And he's got an Instagram. I will direct you to his Instagram. It's pretty, and this is his site. So this is the guy, and you'll see by his style that he does kind of that older, traditional-looking tattoos. I have a totally different style to my illustration and my work. So, hey, Solitary Spectre Hunter. That's Diana, right? I'm not positive. I think if it is, I think I mentioned you once before, so I got to make sure I know. I'm pretty sure that's who that is. It's just my brain. So, yep, I was pretty sure. I did a logo for Diana, and, I knew that was you. I just hold myself up sometime before I go, that's right? So, who's this? Munting Pro. Me and your son Just had our 7-month anniversary. Has he told you about us? Me and your son? Who are you? Munting Pro 111. My son? Are you talking about dating my son? Because your profile picture there doesn't look like the person who's dating him. Oh, Flynn, my 15-year-old son. I'll tell you, and no offense to you at all. When teenagers date, I go, "Oh, that's great," or my wife would say, "Oh, how cute," and I'm okay with that. And I know you think it's all serious and so on. If you guys are together in 15 years, I think I'll be dancing a jig and I'll go, "Look, that worked, didn't it? That was pretty cool." But there's no offense in that. Don't take that bad. It's just I dated girls when I was 15, and you're his boyfriend. Okay. Well, that's sure nice to know. Oh, I know who this is now. Are you still upstairs in the house? Flynn had a friend over last night. Yeah, you're all gay lovers. I got it. So that's one. Flint's. I hear somebody laughing upstairs. That's got to be it. So I know who that is. It's a kid named Waylon. So, is that you? Yeah, I just heard him say that's me. So there you go. That's one of my friend's buddies. So, who is that? So great name, Munting Pro. Munting. Well, that's a 1 in there, so that's funny. Roger Rabbit, big pile of gay boy stuff going down. Remember to wash your hands, says Roger Rabbit. There's his advice. Munting. Be sure to wash your hands. So, no, I like Waylon, says Steph. Yeah, he's an interesting kid. So, you boys should come down here and say good morning, since we're talking about you. And you can profess your gay love for each other. So here's my daughter, my 9, almost 10-year-old. There's Ellie. Say good morning. Yeah, hi. So, what's going on?
I'm watching Outer Banks again.
Oh, Outer Banks again? Can you do me a favor? There's a little bit of coffee and a little bit of cream in that. Put it in the microwave if you have to. It's gotten a little cold. Where were you watching? Oh, down here? Oh, cool. Do my bidding, child. So, there you go. Daniel Craig says, read to me from Shakespeare's Gay Boys in Bondage. I missed that one. Is that a sonnet or is it a one of his plays? One of his lesser-known plays. Carly Sagan is here. Steph, I was so ready. Har, har, har. Roger told me Scotty had trolls. So I was like, whoa, again, I'm coming to defend him. Thank you, Carly. I love you, you know. So, yeah, not real trolls. It's my son's 15-year-old friend. So they're always joking about being gay. They're not. But you know what's interesting? I may have mentioned this somewhere. My son, when all his friends come over, they're all wrestlers or football players or something. They all come in. The first thing they do, they all take off their shirts. And they strut around without their... Oh, here they are. Here's Waylon.
Hi, guys. I'm Flynn's boyfriend.
That's Flynn's boyfriend. And there's Flynn.
Our other kissing buddy is not with us right now.
There's my boy Flynn. Shirtless. Come around here, bud. Stop making kissy noises, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't.
There's my boy Flynn. Now, when the boys all come over here, they tend to all shed their shirts. Jimmy comes in the other day from school, Flynn's age. And the next thing, he walks back to Flynn's room. He comes out. He's got no shirt on. You got any coffee? So there you go.
Yeah, Jimmy's a barbarian.
Yeah, he is. So there you go. So what are you guys up to shirtless in Somerset today? You just woke up? Well, there you go.
That was Sully.
Oh, that was Sully. So Steph says, I just can't quit you, Flynn. Oh, I guess you just can't quit Flynn. Oh, he's already gone. So they're both gone. So that's what they do. They get shirtless with girls in the house. Hell yeah. They don't care who's around. My girls don't go shirtless, thank goodness. So thank you for the coffee warm up. I give you a hug. Oh, my phone was on the floor. That's where it went.
What are the boys doing?
Nothing. They were just pretending to be gay. Come over here. There's both of my girls today. There's Rowan.
She's
You got
short.
pants on?
Shorts.
Okay. Yeah, they're just shorts. They're shorts, Dad. Well, come here. I'm not done talking about you yet. So there's Rowan in the gray shirt and Ellery, as you all know, my regular listeners know. Ellery is going to be 10 in about a week.
11.
You're 9 right now.
No.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, she's going to be
She's
10.
14.
She's going to be 10.
One's 16. And
Oh, she's adding a year to everybody. And Rowan just turned 13.
because
So come over here one more time. Take a look at Rowan. There's the other day I actually mistook her out of the corner of my eye for Rainy coming in the room. And she's going to be built just like Rainy. She's got hair like Rainy's. She looks like Rainy. And she walked into the room. This was a few months ago. And out of the corner of my eye, I thought it was Rainy. And I started yelling at her. No, I'm kidding. Started talking to her about something. And then I look and go, oh, you're not Mom. So there you go. There's Ro and Ellery. There you go, guys. Go do your thing now. Bye. See ya. I love you. I tell you, don't do your thing right here, though. Don't do your thing right here. Go. Scram. Bye. I love you. See ya. And so there's the whole family today. Only Rainy is not here. So she's somewhere else. Holy moly, Rainy, Rowan. She looks like Rainy's twin, doesn't she, though, Carly? Like I said, I mistook her out of the corner of my eye for Rainy once. And sometimes she says something, and I think it's Rainy talking. So, yeah, she's going to be the spitting image of Rainy. So, and all I'm thinking is the boys. Oy. Yes, what? Mom's making what? Buttons. Oh, buttons. I thought you said butt cakes at first. And I thought, what? Mom's making buttons. You know, buttons. She's got a button press. So she's making buttons for somebody over there on the other side in her studio, way over on that side of the house. So that's what Mom's doing. Rather than being in here talking, she may come and visit us. So buttons. So they both resemble her a lot, and your son looks like you. Flynn actually looks more like Rainy than me, but it's the blending of the strains, I think, that has come into play with my kids. There are times I look at Ellery, and I see a lot of me in her face, but she looks like Rainy. And same with the other ones. So, and my older kids all look like me. But they also have a little bit of their mom in them. So hopefully a little less Olsen, though. Yes. I can hear Uncle Dave saying it. Yeah. Olsen. Yeah. The Olsen girls, that's Rainy and her sister, Kate, were people that always had no problem being topless or half naked in front of everybody else. We throw in a party, and It's like I told you all that story that one time where we're sitting on my 50th birthday. So this is 14 years ago now. And Rainey had just given birth. No, Flynn was a year old. And she was breastfeeding still. And she's sitting we're at this pub, and about 100 people showed up for my birthday party at the little Scottish pub called Merlin's Rest over in South Minneapolis. And I'm sitting talking to somebody at a table, and I feel like water's dripping on my face. And I'm like, what is that? You guys remember this story? Those of you who've heard it before? And I'm like, what is that? I went, there's water dripping or something. And I'm talking to Amanda Fonder, who is a good friend of mine who's popped into the show once or twice over the years. And love her to death. And we're sitting at the table, and she looks at me, and I said, something dripped on me or something anyway. And we got back to talking. I get it again. I go, what the hell? And then she's looking that way and starts laughing. And I look over there, and there's Rainey and a few of our friends sitting at a table about 10 feet away. Another round table. There were a bunch of round tables in this room. And she had a boob out with 100 people in the room. Just and because she was breastfeeding, they all bet her $5 that she couldn't hit me in the head from 10 feet away. And she said, oh yeah, let me show you. Hikes it up, squirts, hits me twice. So she made about $20 there. So they all threw it $5 on the table for her. So anyway, but Fongler, there you go. That's got to be Waylon again. Nice. Yeah, that's more appropriate. Are those your testicles you're sitting on in that picture? Just curious. Don't get dirty on my show. So if anybody's going to get dirty, I will. So, and laughing my ass off, says Sherry. There you go. So that's my wife, Rainey. And then her sister, Kate, is, I think, 10 years younger or 11 years younger than Rainey. And Kate used to live with us a long time ago. When Rainey and I were first together back in 2006 and 7, Kate lived downstairs in the extra room in our house. And she came up one morning and stripped her top off, sitting there topless while we're having coffee. I go, well, good morning. And she goes, you know what today is? She says, I'm 18. She said, ditch the bitch and go with the younger one. I said, I can't do that. I was pleased. It was all a happy setting and nothing bad or untoward happened. It was just her being her and, acting out, whatever that is. And, but Kate was like that. I once bet her, we all went swimming one day, and I bet her that she said, do you think I could walk to the house without my top on? If I take off my top? I said, why? Do you want to do that? And she said, do you want me to do it? And Rainey's sitting right next to me. I said, I'll bet you, I'll give you $10 if you walk to the door naked. Everything off. And we lived on a fairly busy street at that time. And she walks to the door and goes in the house. And I'm like, well, there goes that $10. So anyway, that's when Uncle Dave would say, Olson. That's what he was referring to, Roger Rabbit, that kind of stuff. So Rainey just laughed at her, Sherry, because she knew she wasn't serious. And Rainey didn't have any problem doing the same kind of thing. She's never serious about it. So get real, sister, she said. Yeah. Rainey just laughed and thought it was a really funny joke. Because she knew she had me. So there you go. And that was almost 20 years ago. So I got off on all that because of my kids. Tattoos we were talking about. There's the tattoo. It was well done. I gave the links for the guy who did my stuff. I'm not overly impressed with his style, though it's good. He's been doing what he's been doing. He did a very good job on mine, and I'm not ridiculing his style at all. I just have a different style. Did you try Lunchy? Says Butt Fongler. Lunchly. You be careful there, Waylon. S Ball Horse. There, very nice. That's either Waylon again, or they've got their buddies in on it now. So if you see some posts like this, these are all my son's 15-year-old friends. So chalk it up to the category, folks. But they are funny sometimes. They will. Butt Fongler. I wouldn't have thought of that when I was 15. So let's see. Rapid Dog says, Susie Q, I'm shocked, I tell you, shocked. What did Susie Q say? Geez. Oh, Susie Q, those are my son has a friend over that spent the night. It's the 15-year-olds up there making up profiles and coming in here. So I can tell who they are. It took a minute for it to click in for the first one, but that's who they are. So they came down and got on camera even. And they were pronouncing their gay love affair to us. I'm like, yeah, right, get out of here. Neither of them are gay. So, as Jerry Seinfeld once said, not that there's anything wrong with that. If somebody wants to be gay, be gay. I hope it's not my son. I would prefer to have a straight son. So I don't think he's gay. I think he likes girls. So there you go. Not my thing. I hope never my son's things. So, no, I don't think Flynn will ever come out and say he's gay. It's not going to happen. And if there's any gay listeners, followers, and you're incensed by that, you should be able to. No, I don't think so. It's like this. I know people from the Minnesota Renaissance Festival that were younger women about the same time I met Rainey, right around the same age as Rainey. A couple of them a little younger, but they have to be so much be a part of this. Oh, we're in the entertainment community. We have to be LGBTQ, or we have to be trans, or we have to support that. And if you don't, it's a blah, 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 blah. I really don't care. If you're an adult, do what you want to do, as long as you don't impose it on anyone else. That's like, I can be heterosexual, but the moment I try to push my heterosexuality on you and say something like, hey, Steph, how you doing? Hey, how about a little, I'm getting pushy that way. If you're going to be pushy about what you want to do, I won't appreciate it. If you want to try to teach my kids that that's normal, go through me first. I'll tell you what's normal for my kids. Don't tell me what you, and hopefully this last election was a bit of a referendum on that kind of thinking. It's like, you have the total freedom to be whatever you want to be. Don't impose it on me, and don't think that you can normalize it for my fourth grade kid. So that's my take on that. Thank you, Sherry. She agrees 100%. Or were you agreeing with Daniel? Personally, I do feel as though I have a woman inside of me, but she's a crotchety old crone who eats children for breakfast. There you go. There you go, Daniel. And so that's your crotchety old crone. I don't have a woman inside of me that I know of. I don't think so. Here is my theory, and I've talked about this before. My philosophy, the way I view it, is they say, well, when a man is being tender or gentle, well, that's his feminine side. I think that's a bunch of bull as in shit. I don't need a feminine side to be tender or gentle. I think true masculinity for a male, true masculinity includes tenderness, gentleness, emotion, empathy. Hey, tough guys cry. It happens. And I know you were agreeing with me, Sherry. I appreciate that. You said I agree 100%. Oh, with me, yeah. I didn't know if you were agreeing with me or Daniel. And then I saw what Daniel said. Oh, she was agreeing with me, obviously. So where's the Phil McCracken account, boys? Yeah, boys, Waylon and you guys who used to use name like that, like my name is Phil McCracken or Tug McCockoff. We did all of those when I was a younger person. So now it's things like whatever Waylon put up. I can't even remember the name he put up. But so there you go. That's my thinking. A man doesn't have a female side. And Daniel Craig, I'm not saying this to offend what you said, or I don't know what you really think about that stuff. I don't have a feminine side. I have a true masculine side, which includes tenderness and gentleness and love and affection and emotion. And then there's my masculinity, which is the rawer side of rawer, R-A-W-E-R, the more raw side of being male, if you will, the base natural instincts of being a man. And I think a woman doesn't have masculinity inside of her. A woman can be gentle and powerful. A woman can be strong and what's the word I'm looking for? A formidable presence. That doesn't make her masculine. I mean, she's a strong woman who exhibits both sides. So, being a woman. So there you go. And power to you, says, oh, hey, Morgan Snow. Rapid Dog, good to see you. And, of course, I already talked to you, but Steph Cuervo Queen. How you doing? How you doing? And so that's where we've gotten to with this morning's program so far. In an hour and 8 minutes. This is what we've evolved to or devolved to. So how's everybody else doing? How's your coffee? And for those of you new coming, this is what Rainey got me yesterday. If you didn't see it earlier, I got this tattoo yesterday. My first tattoo. And it's an old drawing I did of Tam O'Hare from the Rollicking Adventures of Tam O'Hare, which is this right here. This was the first book I ever wrote and illustrated, The Rollicking Adventures of Tam O'Hare. Now, he looks very different there because it's a different style of art. But I had done a pencil drawing of how he might look as an animated character way back years ago. And Rainey had them take that and put that on my arm with some light, very subtle colors. What you're seeing now is a lot of pink. While the skin is going to heal, it's going to be another week before that pink, I think, dissipates. Might develop, the scabs on there and stuff like that. I've got to keep it washed and ointmented a couple of times a day. And so far, so good. So there you go. Yeah, you thought I was going to drop my drawers? Susie says, please, no. Susie, you don't know what you're missing. For a second there, I thought he was going to drop his drawers. Yeah. Now, I know some of you have seen this before, but not all of you. But here we go. Oh! So I'm still wearing my my jammy shorts. I take what I do for jammies. I used to sleep naked, and so did Rainey. Then I'll turn to it, and now she's like, I don't like turning over on my boob in the night, so I need something to hold things. And I said, I'll hold them. She's like, no, I don't want your sweaty body all over me all night. That's changed since we started dating, by the way, too. It's like, oh, I want your sweaty body all over me. And not to reveal too much there. But I just I go get a pair of cheap Walmart sweatpants. Cut them off at the knee. It's my jammies. So I got a couple of those. Yeah, you stood up. I'm like, here it comes, said Steph. Yeah, I think I would get banned from doing this show if I did that. Morgan Snow fainted. Oh, dear me, she said. So anyway, no cream, no sugar, cafe noir. Bean to brain. Now, Daniel, I'll say this. I love my coffee. And I put a little bit of vanilla creamer in my coffee. And sometimes I like it black. Depends on the boldness I want out of my morning. And hey, Barbie D, good to see you. Barbie D is in the room. She says, hey, Scotty and everybody. And so my coffee, I'm a bit of a purist. It's like with alcohol. I drink single malt Highland Scotch. I drink, and I like dark beers, dark ales. I like Guinness. I'll drink a Newcastle brown ale, which isn't as brown as Guinness. It's kind of reddish. And I don't like thin, watery yellow beers. They remind me of other biological things. I generally say if I can see through my beer and it's yellow, I don't drink it. So, what's butt longler? There you go. See, there's another one. That is not a troll, but it is. It's my son's 15-year-old friend upstairs. You met him earlier down here. Downstairs, butt fongler. So, I like Newcastle, but now with my coffee, I'm a purist. I like to grind my own bean. You grind it, or you got an electric grinder. And I like my French press. You grind the bean coarser for French press, and you grind it finer for the coffee brewer. What's that? Come here, I can't hear you. Rainey yelled something about grinding my own beans.
You want to stop talking about grinding your own bean? That's kind of personal.
Come here.
I don't know that you should announce that to the world. I
Come-
don't know what I look like.
You look absolutely beautiful.
I haven't even looked at
She's
the
going to
picture.
come on here, folks.
Oh, I don't
She
know.
said she's over working in her studio over there. She says, I keep hearing you talking about grinding your own beans. Now, tell
I'm
me.
still in my PJs and I haven't done my face or my
Now,
hair.
she doesn't wear this to bed, but she's got her PJs on. So there's my beautiful wife.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Talking about your own
Ow,
bean, huh?
ow. Don't do that unless you do it gingerly, tenderly, and you're grabbing it.
I'm not grabbing it. I was tapping it.
No,
Like
I said you have to grab it. Don't tap it. She's so naughty. So, yeah, we were talking about all this kind of. Waylon's been in here with different profiles.
Yeah, I can hear you.
There he is.
talking.
Butt fongler.
Nice.
There you go. So, we were talking coffee. I like to grind beans, and that's where Rainey yelled, "Stop talking about grinding your beans down here." Hi, Rainey, says Morgan Snow. Can I grab it? Said, hey, Waylon,
No.
you're upstairs. You want to end up outside in the mud?
What's the opposite of a pedophile? Pedophile. Wait,
Yeah.
stop being a pre-pedophile.
God, can I grab
A
it?
senior file.
Yeah. Hey, I'm an old man. Watch out. So, yeah, I was joking yesterday when Rainey brought me in to get this tattoo. This was her birthday present to me. Don't. Just because I lift my arm doesn't mean I'm open game. So, she brought me in, and I like them old.
I don't know that you should be
It's just-
resting. That.
Yeah, I
Be
keep
careful.
thinking that it's a habit. I rest my arm, so I don't want to rest my arm on this. But there he is again. I like him old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I was joking on the way into the tattoo place, and I said to Rainey, I said, they're gonna look at you and they're gonna go, oh, how sweet, you're getting your dad a tattoo for his birthday. So
Yeah. Daddy needs a tattoo.
But anyway, Rainy 3, Family Jewels 0, says Roger Rabbit. Oh, see, I blocked it. I don't mind that she does it. I mind that she does it with force. So it's
And
like,
a
watch
flick
it.
of the
Careful
wrist,
with that.
And a flick.
And a flick. Oh, there's the pup. Look at this. The pup.
What do you want, Mama?
There's
wants
there's Lucy.
Come on. Come on. Come.
You gonna go up? Oh, there you go.
Go, you big baby.
There's Lucifer. Look at that tail going. Hey, Lucy. What you doing,
Why is
puppy?
your breakfast
She
stinky?
is definitely Mama's dog. She's growling because the kid's there. Leave me alone.
Because Ellie's
It's my
touching her.
mom. So there you go.
Very nice.
I think everybody in the family's
Very
been
nice.
down here today. So it's nice having Rainy here, though.
She doesn't like Ellie touching her.
Yeah, she doesn't like anybody touching her. She's not mean. She won't bite her, but she's like, leave me alone.
This is
Leave me
Mama's
alone.
house.
This is my mom.
Don't scratch at my face. I don't like
And she always scratches my face when she's on my lap. It's like, I think she does what we do because we come and we touch her and we rub her face and her ears. And so always scratching the face. Hey, Lucifer. And it's Lucifer, Barbie D. We spelled it for the official document, Lucy, Lucy. Then in parentheses, FUR. So Lucifer is her name.
Alone.
And she's getting probably middle age now. She's almost 8.
Look at the
And,
button I made.
I can't see it. Here,
Ellie's-
give it to me.
Ellie's over making Christmas buttons for the
Oh, Christmas
vendor
buttons.
fair we're gonna go
See, Rainy got the button makers. So when is the Christmas fair?
December 7th.
No, that
December
was
7th.
mine.
And Rainy will be making tumblers there, and I'll be sitting with the big computer, and
This one's mine.
we personalize them for people, which is pretty cool. Hi, Ro. Come here and say hi again. What is it you're eating?
Not eating anything.
Oh, what is it? A candle? See, get next to Mom. Show people how much you look like Mom. So, yep, there it is. Oh, I was trying to find I do those graphics for Sunday mornings. It's all AI stuff here. This one, like this is AI for It's Sunday. That's supposed to be Rainy and me sitting there. And I do stuff, and sometimes I put our faces into some of these graphics. And I was trying to find a good.
Look at that puppy face. I gotta interrupt. Look at it. Oh, look at how cute that puppy is.
How will she?
Oh,
How was she? What you doing? What you doing?
who's over there?
So there's Waylon again, butt fongler.
Oh, my. That's not me.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Is that another friend of Flynn's?
Yeah.
There's Waylon.
It's another one of his gay boyfriends.
Yeah, he's got a whole lot of them.
Yeah, we're
So-
planning on down by the river today. We're gonna have a little kiss sesh.
Yeah, you go have fun. So
It's old.
thank you, Sherry.
Pulled it from out in the garage.
Ew, what is that?
It's slime. Lucy thinks it's a treat.
Slime.
Mom, treat.
I don't allow slime in the house.
Come back. Yum 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 yum. Okay, let her
So-
be. She just wants
Yeah,
mama.
she just wants her mom.
If she didn't like it, she would
So there it is. This is Sunday mornings, fairly typical. We still one of these days when we get Rainy. Well, Rainy's got a good laptop, but she's not as thrilled about coming in here and just sitting. When Uncle Dave was here, even it was like you guys just talk, and I get kind of left out. But it's still Sunday morning with Scotty and Rainy. When she gets her own computer and gets it set up to come on here. Otherwise, I feel like she's just sitting in the background. So when she sits, I like to move back a little bit so she doesn't feel like she's behind me and not enjoying contributing. So there you go. And then the kids come in. Even when I've said, what's that, 2.5 Rainy? What's that, Roger? What were you responding to? Are you rating? That's a rating system now? I give you
There's 2.5
2.5
ratings
ratings.
here.
Oh, 2.5 Raini's here. I gotcha. Or 3 or 2 and 0.5 a happy. Lucy, what you doing? She's a good dog. She's always been a good dog. She's
She
getting a
might
little
be.
tubby these days because she doesn't get walked as much.
Yeah, she likes to go for walks.
Oh,
Wanna go for a
man.
walk? Who wants to go outside?
She loves
Go
that. She
for a
will go
walk?
grab her leash and she just comes into the. Yesterday, I was up before anybody and I sat in the living room to watch some news. I'm having my coffee and I hear the dog come up the stairs from the bedroom and she walks right over, grabs her leash and comes over. See, now she wants to get down because she
Wanna go
wants
for a
to.
walk?
She wants to go for a walk.
I'm not taking her for a walk.
You need to take her for a walk.
Yeah, you can take her for a walk. Oh,
You stabbed me in the neck with your fingers.
that's because you jerked. If I didn't hit you in your nuts.
Like that?
Careful. You don't know if I peed my pants or spilled my coffee there.
I'm gonna go with Pete Japan. You're at that age now. Come on. Come on.
Mm.
Come on. Yeah.
Ah. So, there are 2.5 Rainies there. Yep, she gets it. Yeah, she got it. I keep leaning on this. See, the sword wraps around to the part of my arm that hits the chair, the armrest. So I gotta not lean on it.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Pull the scab.
that's what that ointment is. He said not use it too thick. So I got to do that, and we'll see how it turns out.
For my
John and-
birthday, he got a tattoo, and I'm gonna go get 7 ear piercings.
7.
I thought you were getting a belly button
No, because you
piercing.
don't want me to.
I didn't say I don't want
so
you
I can
to.
get one then.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
See,
There's
Mom?
certain things I don't want you to pierce your eyebrow or your cheekbone
No face.
or no
piercing.
face piercings.
The only thing I want is like a tiny little dot on my nose.
Then get some super glue.
No,
And glue a bead to it.
They make those to do that
I don't want to
specifically.
do that.
I don't want to do that. I want the real hole in metal in my nose. See, I wouldn't want a pierced lip, though I know people, and it's sexy. Now, like Sarah Harmon, she's got that ring that's right here on her lip. She's not overdone. She doesn't look like somebody who walks around and thinks, oh, she's got piercings. She's got the one little ring. To me, that would irritate the hell out of me. People who pierce their tongue, I couldn't do it because I'd always be talking like this, I think. And it would just irritate the hell out of me.
Daniel Craig said, slap it.
Watch it. Daniel Craig.
Slap it, don't scratch it.
Just yeah. I don't mind. I'm not blocking her. I don't care that she touches it. I care that
You're getting
that
feisty,
she hits it. What are you doing? Get
She
them
wants
up.
to hump
Oh,
my leg.
the dog's down here with her chin on Rainey's feet and the tail just going. Pick me up, pick me up, pick me up.
I don't have treats for you.
No treats down here.
Come on.
So,
Come here.
blood ritual, yes. Rapid dog. So, stop it. Don't scratch it.
Slap it.
Oh, don't.
Stop.
Easy there. Easy there, woman. There's plenty to go around for you, mama. So, Carly has 15 piercings. I just spit when I said that. 15 piercings, but nothing on her face at all. That's good. No eyebrows, nose, lip, etc. Yeah, I get your meaning there. Rainey had piercings when we met, and they were kind of cool. And
Come on.
as I told you once, she's not as bashful as you might think. Rainey's pretty bold. There was one day I was doing radio with Rocky, and it was our after show, and Rocky and I were just sitting and talking, and Rainey came in and she had her shirt up, and she goes, look, she says, the old nipple piercing, I've had it in there for years, and it still works. And I think Rocky about dropped his jaw into his socks and fell off of his chair. So yeah, she did that. And she had the belly button piercing, which I think is ultimately very sexy.
Are you and Rocky still friends?
Yeah, Rocky and I are still friends. He just lives in another state.
Well, he should come back.
He should.
I don't think they want to come back to where it's cold.
Yeah, they're like, and they were in Texas, now they're in Florida.
See, I actually
So-
like Rocky out of all your friends.
Rocky's doing all right. What's that?
I actually liked Rocky.
You actually like Rocky? So did Mom. And she was disappointed when he moved, and I was too. And you know, people move. Life goes on. He had some opportunities down in Texas. He took them. Those all fell apart. And now he's in Florida doing stuff. I don't even know what he's doing anymore. So that's how Rocky's doing. We don't talk as much as we used to, but I thought they were coming up for a few months, but then that turned into Florida. Exactly, Roger. That's exactly what happened. They were going to come up here for a few months and kind of regroup, and they ended up going to Florida. They had a different opportunity open up. I have 2 Gothic angel on ankle, supposed to be a symbol of good luck, good fortune, and long life, and one on the wrist, a name. Oh, there you go. Rainey's got she's got a tree of life on the back of her shoulder, which she's had since before I knew her. She got that, and she's got one on her elbow that her sister
Gross. I don't think
and
you can
brother
see
got
the
one.
dog hair.
Yeah, there's dog hair on everything.
I just realized how much dog hair.
Here, let me get that dog hair off of you. Yeah.
Let me get the dog hair.
Oh, dog hair never felt so good. So I never was Rocky. I never see Rocky on YouTube anymore. Rapid, he's starting some new thing with this. I don't even know what it's all about. He was on here 3 months ago, was talking about starting something and said, I want you on my new network, but I haven't heard a thing from him about that since then. So all different kinds of things going on. I don't know what he's up to exactly. You got to go over to like his Facebook or his Instagram. You can see what's going on. I'm really uneducated, out of the loop as to what Rocky's doing with his radio stuff these days. We can't see it, Rainy, the dog hair.
Oh.
Yeah. You have to get up real close. Oh, now I see that dog hair. So I objectify my wife because I love her. That's it. The object of my love. All right, what's Butt Fongler putting up here now?
Crabby face.
A crabby face?
I don't know what that means.
Are you crabby, Butt Fongler?
Not to be like, you're old, you don't understand everything they put up there or say up there, so I wouldn't read it out loud.
Yeah, really. What is this Facebook you speak about? Rapid Dog, I take it you don't have a Facebook page. I've always had one. I've used it for social, and I use it for spreading propaganda about my radio show and my books and stuff like that. So, and shirts. You guys got to go over to my Etsy page. If you like wearing t-shirts, we got some cool shirts up. We got creepy Christmas shirts up. Here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to share my page with you, you lucky, lucky people. Here, look at this. Present, share screen. Let's do the entire screen, and boom. I'm going to share my screen with you. Here is my Etsy page. Now, this is what it looks like. So there's Etsy. There's Rainy right smack in the middle with the archaeology shirt in the header. And this is my other girlfriend in the Scotty shirt. So you can go through here and you can see some of our stuff, some of our creepy Christmas shirts. This is the Frosty the Snowman, Creepy Christmas. This is Frosty, and it says, there must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found underneath. So Frosty, axe murderer. Then we've got, what are some of the other creepy Christmas ones we've got?
Got Krampus.
We got Krampus. Where's Krampus? Oh, right here. This is, here, I showed a couple so we can do black and white. Krampus. There's Krampus in the black and the white versions, and there's the art. So there's Krampus. Go back here. We've got, I don't think I had the other creepy Christmas ones up, but this is for all of you guys out there that like my wife. I've got Rainy, the Space Rangers shirt. The Space Rangers want you. That's Rainy right there. So you can get yourself into the Space Rangers. I've got my amazing hero as a kid. I've got my Captain Kirk shirt right here. It's Risk is Our Business. There's the art for that. That's what that looks like. And yeah, it just comes in black. No, wait, I've got other colors on this. Hold on. Hold the phone. I've got other colors. No, wait, I put this one up only in black. Well, there you go. It's girls can wear it too. There's the shirt. I had a different version of this up because we make these here in our own shop, but I had a version up where you could order it through my page here, and that shows you some of the other colors that were available. Let's see if I click on it. Can you show the colors? Yeah, like stuff like this. That's if you order it through Etsy and a different organization prints it. It comes in the different colors in this particular shirt. So there's black, there's gray, there's white, etc., etc., etc. So there you go. So go on over. If you're looking for some good stuff, I've got my older stuff is in here. Son of a Patriot. I think Leslie Holker has this one. The white Son of a Patriot. That's what's on my coffee mug here. My Son of a Patriot. And you can get the coffee mug. I got Son of a Patriot. I got Daughter of a Patriot. You going away?
Yeah.
Hey, I love you.
Love you too. Have fun.
Thanks for coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for touching me. So there's our Daughter of a Patriot, and this is based on my wife, Raini. That artwork. She not really posed for that, but somebody said, why don't you have a Daughter of a Patriot? I think Raini said that. I said, there you go. That's you. And we've got it in, she's got red hair, blonde hair, blah, 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 blah. So that's my Etsy page. You guys want to go, I've got the archaeology shirt. This was Raini's shirt that she requested I make, by the way. This is her UFO shirt. It's Hop in, Loser. We're doing butt stuff. So that was Raini's request, and that's her shirt. And do I have a picture of her in here with that shirt? I did have, I thought. No, I got that. I got that. This is the woman's shirt, the fitted woman's shirt. But then there is also the regular shirt. I might have Raini in pictured in this one, or maybe not. I thought I put her in here, and I did not. She's not here. This is, their own AI models are in here. So that's Raini's shirt. And I've got other shirts in here, and I got a couple of pages worth of stuff where you can go in and see all the stuff that we've done. This is the Uncle Dave shirt. If you want to commemorate Uncle Dave, we did these up. So Sam wanted one to wear to the memorial service. And it's based on Sam's dream. Fair winds have blessed my voyage, was the dream he had of Uncle Dave in front of a ship that looked like that. And from the Northwest Passage. For just one time I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea. Well, we recited this song the other night, and that's was Sam's favorite song, and he related that, and Dave, he connected that to Dave all the time. So there is that shirt, Uncle Dave's shirt. You got the all over Tam O'Hare. I think Leslie bought one of these too, I think. The Tam O'Hare shirt, front and back. Boom, there's the front. There's the back. And so I think Leslie's got one. My son has one of these. And we sold a few of those. And reptilians and bloody, 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 bloody. This is all I got. That's all that's on here right now. Flags, things like that. So there you go. Let me get out of sharing my screen. Yeah, it's kind of an ad, but at the same time, it's just showing off my stuff. So great artwork. Thank you. It's what I do. It's what I do, Sherry. So if you're looking for good garments, go over to my Etsy page, which is listed on this banner down at the bottom now. So I didn't turn it on earlier. There it is. It's etsy.com, easy, /shop, easy, /son of a patriot, which is the name of the site, Son of a Patriot. And that came up. We were trying to think of a good name for it a few years, 4 years ago when we came up with this idea. And Rainey said, couldn't think of anything. We're trying this, trying something patriot, something that. And I said, I know. How about son of a? I said son of a, but it's like, we couldn't think of it. Son of a. And Rainey goes, patriot. And I go, son of a patriot, son of a patriot. And so that became the site. Hey, Susie Q, good morning, she says. Oh, to Scott Allen. Thanks for touching me. There it is. Yes, I always thank Rainey for touching me, even when it hurts. So let me get this lined back up to where it's supposed to be. Oh, yeah, you're supposed to see Senenmut up in the corner up there. Senenmut and Indiana Jones standing right next to him from the map room. So the Well of Souls. So my Indiana Jones action figure up there next to Senenmut, the bust of Senenmut. So there we go. Roger Evans says, I do like Daddy's Home hoodies. Yeah, that was Rowan's idea. She said, do this shirt. And so we did them up. I do like the Daddy's Home hoodies. We've got some on hand. You can get it in black. You can get it in white. You can get it in pink. So we've got some, just a couple of those on hand if you want one. And any size. We've got the blanks. We've got the blank stencils. Not stencils. What's the word? The imprint stuff that we print up and then we press them onto shirts. So we can get you any color you want right now. So that's the Daddy's Home one. And we got more stuff going in there. I've got so many shirts to put up in there, but it takes time to do each one and get stuff. I've got so much art that needs to be redone and put up in there. Some I've redone already, and I haven't put them up in there yet. Just haven't had time. So that's that. And that's about all I got to say about that. So thank you, Susie Q. Yesterday, I was 64 years old. I am 64. And sometimes I feel it, especially when I have to pee. And it's like, why do I have to pee so much now? It's because I'm 64. It comes easier. It's like we could be walking. I don't even get the 30-second warning. I get like the 10-second warning. If I don't pee right now, I'm going to pee my pants. And if there's not a good tree around, there's hopefully a bathroom nearby. It's like, oh my God, why do I have this? That's why, part of the reason why we went to see the urologist, my prostate levels were up. And so we thought, oh, is it, signs of prostate disease, prostate cancer? And they've ruled all those out. They just said it's really big. So, and they want to watch it, so there you go. Hey, Elderberry, 64 and 1 day. Yes, that is what I am. Yesterday, somebody said, how's it feel to be 64? I said, I don't know. I haven't even been 64 for a day yet. I don't feel a day over 63. Ask me tomorrow. So, yeah, I don't feel much different. So there it is. Okay, they are going to keep listening. What did I miss? Oh, thank you for a great Sunday morning. You're welcome, Sherry. Thank you for making it greater by being here. She totally made my day. Gave my elderly aunties and myself some great laughs, too. All right. Time to prepare dinner. What are you making? Are you still here? What are you making for dinner? I could use a good dinner. I know it's Thanksgiving this week. We got a big turkey. We got a couple of big turkeys in the deep freeze. We're going to start thawing one of those. We're going to my wife's mom's, but Saturday we're going to have some of the kids over that are around. Sam will be here with his girlfriend. Spaghetti We just had spaghetti. Rainey made some up yesterday. I love spaghetti. I love making spaghetti. I like spaghetti sauce. I'm a spaghetti master. So it's my thing. So what did Rainey get me for my birthday? You missed it a little earlier, Elderberry. I'll show it again. She got me this tattoo, and it's upside down right now that way. I'll stand up once more. Steph, I'm not going to pull down my pants for you. So, okay, right? There it is. There's the tattoo. It's hard to hold it up and get the right angle on it. Hold on. There you go. It's an old sketch I did of Tam O'Hare from my book, and it was done by a guy who does kind of these old style, traditional, think 1920s type of tattoos is his overall style. And he did this for me off of my drawing and put in really light colors. Right now, what you're seeing is a lot of the redness from the skin. In about a week, that redness will have dissipated, and you'll see the colors start to come out, and so on. So there you go. That was Rainey's birthday present to me yesterday. She said, "Get your shoes on. We're going to go get that tattoo done." So, and she asked what I wanted, and it was going to be either. You hear everybody yelling. There's one of the girls yelling for Mom, Mom, Mom. And Rainey finally goes, "What?" So, Rapid Dog, exactly. Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? So, yeah, she just grabbed me yesterday and said, "Let's go get the tattoo done." She asked what I wanted. I said, I don't know. She goes, "Decide what you want." So it was either this, the old drawing of Tam O'Hare, because I thought it would be easy, and just an easy, quick for my first tattoo. And then I took a Welsh lion, the lion from, not lion, I'm sorry, dragon from the Welsh flag because of my Welsh heritage. And I was going to put the Welsh dragon with the Cymru, Cymru, the Welsh for Wales. And then the other one was I was going to do the Tree of Gondor from the Lord of the Rings. And I thought that's probably the least personal one. And so I nixed that one out. And we just came up with this. Let's just do this one. And so he did it, and he did a good job. And so it's great. That was my gift from Rainey yesterday. So we were out. It took him about 2.5 hours to do this. So, and it was not painful. People, it's going to be painful. It's, work. I had John and Bree in here. John and Bree, are you listening? They were in here. I did John's tattoo last week. He got a mermaid fishing with a fishing pole and a fishing line, catching a big old bass on the line. And he wants me to add things to it later. And I just did the black line work. I didn't do any color or any shading. And I said, let's just do the line work because it's one of my first few tattoos that I've done on real skin. And it turned out all right. And so he likes it. So we did that one. Then Bree was here and she said, I want a little anchor. Just a little anchor symbol on my ankle. Holy crap. What are you doing up there? The living room. The wood floors in the living room right above my head. Sometimes they'll drop something on the floor. They're messing around up there. And it's like, you think the house is coming down on top of you. So, yeah, that's what I ended up doing for a tattoo. Oh, and Bree had the little anchor down hers. You can ask them how they did. Somebody dropped a book or something, or it sounded sharper than that. So it might have been the dog leash. Somebody whipped the dog leash around, or the dog did, and the buckle thing, clip thing, hit the floor. Is what it almost sounded like. But it was loud and piercing. So there you go. Anybody, if you want to call in, you can. By the way, I got 15 minutes left. That's not an invite to go 2 hours. That's an invite to say I got 15 minutes left, and you want to call in and say anything, join in the live conversation, you can do that. There it is. There's the link. And you know what I think? My studio needs a new face. I need to do something with this because I've got what have I got? I've got those two bookshelves over in that corner. Oh, there's Dean Winchester wearing my MAGA hat. That was Rowan's for Christmas a few years ago. My Egyptian cabinet, and over there, and all my other bookshelves are all over there. So I got that stuff here. That's not going anywhere. The picture my daughter did of Samwise Gamgees and Frodo. And then over on this side, I got more bookshelves over here. I got too many books is what I do, but I try to weed through them every now and then. I've probably got about 2,000 books, I guess. And some of them are stacked up. Some of them are in boxes. They're in shelves all over the place. 2 big shelves in the bedroom even. So there's the old black wall over there, and more shelving over there, the tables, you name it. So, but I'm thinking of doing something I had originally wanted to do on this wall behind me, a mural. I wanted to paint a mural. And something that shows off my illustration skills as well as sets a mood back there and put some lighting on it. And right now it's not lit very well. It's lit from lights out here, lights up there. But I want to do something with it. I don't know, a castle on a mountaintop in the mist, something like that. Anybody, what's your ideas? What should I put on that wall? If I paint a mural back there, and it's only so high that I can do it and have, the bulk of it show. And if my head is right here all the time and the castle's right there on the wall, you're never going to see it. So I'll probably put the castle over there a little bit. And what do you think? What should we do? A mural would be great. I've always wanted to do one, said Scott Allen. Dave and I were going to do something. As a matter of fact, over in the bedroom, the master bedroom, which is on the other side of this wall here, I had wanted to, on the wall, rather than get an expensive headboard for our big bed, which we don't have. It's got a metallic, not brass, it's black, headboard and stuff like that. And it's got the black, it's mosquito netting type of fabric, but black see-through fabric hanging as a tent, a canopy over the top. You can see right through it. It's not like black, fabric, but and it's all bunched up at the corners and tied in the big decorative knots and hanging there. And but Dave and I were going to paint. I wanted to paint a headboard on the wall, and I thought of doing something. I wanted to take go look up Lord of the Rings, the movies, and look at Rivendell, where the elves where they went to visit, and Frodo, after the ordeal, was in bed there. And look at the headboards in there, the angelic or elven figure that was carved, and all the swirling woodwork and stuff. I was going to paint that on the wall and make it look real. So what are you guys doing up there? I think you need a print on the wall of driftwood. Oh, yeah, fish. Crab, mermaid, homunculus, maybe that might work. Mermaids. For the bedroom, I wanted it to be use what they call trompe-l'oeil in French. Trompe-l'oeil, it looks like trompe-l'oeil. It's the art of making a flat painting look real. Is the idea. It's something they've done for millennia. You go to Pompeii and you see some of the trompe-l'oeil on the walls. And so I don't know if you can hear that. It's all bam, 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 bam. Hey! Hey! That's enough! They're fighting. Somebody's fighting with someone. Somebody just yelled, "You started it." I'm going to have to get up if that does not dissipate in 10 seconds and take care of that. I hear Rainey's voice, so Rainey's taking care of it. Okay. So, Kids fighting. It's dumb. Kids are dumb. Here comes somebody. What's going on?
Like throwing people across the room and like grabbing us. And he's like beating us up and throwing brooms at us because he has anger issues. And mom needs you to come solve the problem.
Okay, I'm going to go solve the problem. Folks, we're at the end of the show anyway. We got about 9 minutes. I got to go solve a domestic child
Hey,
dispute.
I'll talk. I got it.
No, I think I'll just sign off. We've only got about 8.5 minutes left.
Okay.
So,
I can take the show.
all right.
Sorry.
All right, here we go. We'll leave her talking. I'm going to go take care of business. I'll be right back. Your show. Few minutes. But you got to talk.
I don't know. I've only done this a couple times before, like once. I want to be bigger. Hi, Susie. Ow. I found Dad's phone. I found my own phone. I was making buttons before this, but like, so like, yeah. I don't know if you can hear them yelling, but they are. Huh? Flynn was beating us up. I don't know what that means. What does pull weeds mean? I'm not good at this. I like something to read around here. I'm drawing a card. I don't know how to do this. XI Justice. XI Justice. Oh, another one. Read it. Ooh. Stop. And we danced all night to the best song ever. We knew every line. Now I can't remember how it goes, but I know that I won't forget her. Cause we danced all night to the best song ever. I think we're oh. I think we're yeah. I think it goes boom, 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 boom. You know, I know, you know. What song? I'm gonna do Night Changes. Changes. Lyrics. One second. Ooh. Night changes.
I don't live to serve you. All right.
No!
mean no?
Th-
Okay, I'm gonna get back on.
Wait, they want me to sing a song. 1 second.
You know, this can turn into quite a long ordeal here, folks, if you're encouraging that. Quite a long ordeal. So,
Going out tonight changes into something red. Her mother doesn't like the kind of dress. Everything she never had, she's showing off. Driving too fast, moon is breaking through her hair. She's headed for something that she won't forget. Having no regrets is all that she really wants. We're only getting older, baby, and I've been thinking about you lately. Does it ever drive you crazy just how fast the night changes? Everything that you've ever dreamed of disappearing when you wake up. Shut up. But there's nothing to be afraid of, even when the night changes. It will never change me and you.
me and you.
Chasing it tonight, doubts are
Hurry up.
running round her head.
Hurry up with that music.
She's waiting behind a cigarette. Heart is beating.
What song have you learned songs about smoking cigarettes?
No, hides behind a cigarette. Heart is beating loud and she doesn't want it to stop. Moving too fast, moon is lighting up her skin. She's falling, doesn't
They
even
had one, Steph.
know it yet. Having no regrets is all that she really wants.
Wrap it.
We're only getting older,
Wrap it.
baby.
It's
And
time.
I've been thinking about you lately. Does it ever drive you crazy just how fast the night changes? Everything that you've
Changes.
ever dreamed of disappearing when you wake up. But there's nothing to be afraid of, even when the night
Where's the end of
changes. It will never change me and
There's still
you.
like half the song left.
Going out tonight changes into something red. Her mother doesn't like the kind of dress. Reminds her of a missing piece of innocence she lost. We're only getting older, baby, and I've been thinking about you lately. Does it ever drive you crazy just how fast the night changes? Everything that you've ever dreamed of disappearing when you wake up. But there's nothing to be afraid of, even when the night changes. It will never change, baby. It will never change, baby. It will never change me and you.
There it is. Yay! That was fantastic. I'm going to take over. Thank you. I love your voice, by the way. All right. That was Ellery Roberts when she becomes the next Ariana Grande or whoever. I only said that because that's her favorite. Who?
When I become the next One Direction.
You're going to become 5 boys?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I see.
And then
My daughter is transitioning into a boy band.
No, I'm gonna make them. I'm gonna make them with magic, and then I'm gonna date all of them.
There it is. You know, Thanksgiving is this week?
Yeah.
Do you have school tomorrow?
Yeah, Monday and Tuesday.
Monday and Tuesday. All right. Well, I'm going to get ready and we're going to get...
School on my birthday, December 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for filling in for me while I went and took care of the Flynn and Rowan problem. So... She does have a lot of me in her facial features. You're right about that, Sherry. So there you go. That was Ellery. And I did my best backup that I could. And I hear her singing all the time. When I'm sitting down here and I'm working and she's home, You can hear her upstairs singing to the music. So she loves singing. I like that. So, guys, guess what? It's the end of the show. I took care of the teenage problem upstairs. Fighting, fight, whatever. But he did it, and it's like, look, I didn't ask anybody to fill in anything. I'm not asking for input. I told my children, I don't need your input. I don't need your opinions. I don't need nothing. I'm telling you, you keep your hands off each other. That ain't a news flash. And they're not like fist fighting. It's like slapping somebody on the back of the shoulder. Don't. It's not necessary. And here's my philosophy. You can take this with you for today. I said, the only people who use violence and hit are stupid people. Dumb, stupid people. If you cannot use your words to resolve a minor dispute and you resort to slapping or hitting, you're stupid. Now, violence is sometimes necessary. You have to use it to repulse violence. But thank you, Scott Allen. Hey, everybody, look what Scott Allen did. You can do that too. Yeah, I'll give you a couple of minutes to go ahead and do that. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. And yeah, stupid indeed. And so if you've got to resort to slapping somebody because you can't handle what they're doing and you can't do it verbally, you know what? You're in the wrong. So that's what I told them. I said, I don't need opinions. I don't care who started what, who did what. They're all up there playing video games. So on the big screen TV in the main room. So it's like, I'll send you all to your rooms. You don't shut up and straighten up. And I said, that's all my expectation is. Have fun, but be smart. Don't be dumb people. All right, that's all I got for today, folks. There is my my encouragement for the week. Monday, don't be dumb, be smart. And by the way, if you are new to this show today, this is not the typical Intrepid radio program. We do Intrepid Radio Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 p.m. We used to do every night of the week, and I just got so busy, I just couldn't do it. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday for Intrepid Radio, where the topics are real and they're a little deeper than this. Sunday mornings is just coffee time, kicking back, doing whatever we want. My wife comes in and slaps my nuts, things like that. So there it is. So that's my family today. I hope your family has a good day. You have a good day with your family. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, but I'll see you before then. Monday night, Wednesday night, right here. And hopefully be back on Tuesday with Wendy. We keep trying to make Robertson happen. And it's been on my end lately. So we'll hopefully get that going sooner than later. You can see Wendy today of Wicked Women. Carly, I believe, is going to be there as well as part of that crew. Wicked Women at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. And Wendy broadcasts out of London, England. And so it's 10 p.m. her time if you're on British time. So that's it. That's all I got, folks. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being part of the program. And we will see you tomorrow night. And until then, live long and prosper.